Today we're going to be working with geometric sequencing, and geometric sequencing, we're going to notice we're multiplying by the same thing each time. So if I start with 3, here's my start number of 3, I've just gone ahead and decided that. I am going to multiply by 2 each time. So geometric sequencing is either multiplying or dividing by the same thing each time. So I've got my term numbers, which we say my first term is 1, my second, obviously 2, 3, 4, 5, that's fine. And of course, I've just listed these down here. So when I look at 3, I say that's my start number. Great, okay, this one is 6 times 2. Now, of course, 12 is our start number of 3 times 2 again. My 24 is my start number of 3 times 2 times 2 times another 2, and 48 is my start number of 3 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and we start to see this great pattern developing. What we do know about repeated multiplication is the powers, right? It's our exponent. So this, I could write it as 3 times 2 to the first power. This I can write as 3 times 2 to the second power. Here I've got 3 times 2 to the third power, and here I have 3 times, right, I've got 2 to the fourth power. So up here, if we were to write this, we would have 3 times 2 to the 0 power, which of course 2 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power is 1. 1 times 3 gives me my 3. So you'll notice this beautiful pattern happening here. However, what we will notice also is that when we look at our term number 1, we used an exponent of 0. Our term number 2, we used an exponent of 1. 3, we used an exponent of 2, etc. 4 was an exponent of 3. 5 was an exponent of 4. So if I am looking for, say, the 50th number in this sequence, what I'm going to do is I will always start, of course, with my start number of 3. I'm going to multiply it by 2 to the what power, right? Our question is, what power are we going to use? Well, if we look at our pattern here, we've noticed that every single time our term number is subtracted by 1 in order to give us our power. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have our value of 50 minus 1, or 49. So if I'm going to write my general rule will be whatever I'm looking for, I'm going to take my start number, my term number 1, which we said of course was 3, I do my start number times whatever I'm multiplying by each time, which of course in this one was 2, to the exponent n minus 1. So in this case, if I'm looking for the 50th term, of course, like I said, my start number times what I multiply each time to the 49th. So this is one more way we can see patterns in mathematics.